Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Big Rob Show. Today I got a kicked up version of one of our fan favorites from the restaurant, Guava BBQ Chicken Skewers. Today we're upping it up a notch and making a tropical barbecue sauce made with guava, mango, and even a little bit of rum. But stick around, I might have a little bit of restaurant secrets on how we did it back in the day at It's a Cubano B. Come on inside and let me show you how to make this delicious barbecue sauce. To make our guava barbecue sauce, simple and easy. We're just gonna start with a few aromatics, and that is just cutting up one small to medium sized onion. Here guys, we don't have to worry about the cuts. It's all rough chop because we're all gonna blend this later to one smooth, consistent sauce. Okay, let's get the onion in the pot and get that going. We're looking just for nice and shredded onions. We just want to soften all these vegetables up. So we start with the onion. Get that going. I'm going to season the onion with a little bit of salt just to draw out some of that moisture. Okay, once that's going, we're going to get about 2 to 3 average size cloves of garlic chopped up. And we're going to pop those in the pot too. Got a nice hunk of ginger. The easiest way to peel this ginger is actually with just a tablespoon. We're just going to take it and peel it, and we're not going to put this in our pot. But just peel the outside of the ginger. And so once we have that tough, fibrous skin off, we're going to use a nice little grater to peel. Oh boy. I'm going to use the grater to peel our ginger right into our pot. I like using a microplane or a grater like this so that we don't have big fibrous chunks of the ginger, and it makes the job of the blender a lot easier. Sometimes when you have huge chunks of ginger, they get caught up in the blender. So I like always grating my ginger. A nice knob of ginger like this goes in the pot. Straight down the microplane. Give our onions, garlic, and ginger a stir. The smell is absolutely delicious. Alright. To our aromatics, we're going to add half of a diced mango. This is just going to bring in that nice fruitiness, nice tropical flavor, and give our guava barbecue sauce a little bit of body. Nice. Saute these veggies up, add a little bit more salt. Remember, we're seasoning at every level. Onion is starting to soften up, starting to get translucent. And I'm going to add the rest of our ingredients. I'm going to do about one nice big hefty spoonful, about a tablespoon and a half if you want to get very specific, of tomato paste. And what I like to do whenever I'm adding tomato paste into any kind of sauce or vegetables, I like to let it make complete contact with the bottom of the pan and cook that raw tomato flavor out. And guys, this garlic and ginger, it smells so good, so tropical. So see how the tomato paste is starting to stick on the bottom? You want to keep letting it cook. It's going to turn almost a rust color, and that's basically pulling out that raw flavor of the tomato out, getting it nice and caramelized. It's just going to add more depth of flavor to your sauce. You can definitely do this when you're doing a traditional tomato sauce. You want to do that extra step. You want to cook the tomato paste out. Alright, so things are coming together here. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do is now deglaze this pan so that we can, bring all that tomato paste off the bottom of the pan. Add some liquid to this mixture. And what I have here is a mixture of 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar that's gonna give our barbecue sauce that much needed acid. Just a tablespoon of honey and 2 to 3 tablespoons, maybe a little extra, of some white rum that I've just mixed together all here. I'm gonna dump that in. Scrape the bottom of our pan, lift that tomato paste off. All that alcohol is going to burn off, but leave us that nice caramelized flavor of the rum. We're going to lower the heat to a nice simmer. It's getting nice and delicious looking already, right? Okay, I'm going to add a little citrus now. Just to brighten things up, we're going to zest the orange with our grater. The outside of any citrus fruit has way more flavor than the actual juice. It's going to brighten things up. And then we're going to add the juice as well, just for another liquid component as well as just a touch more acid. And this is starting to look really good, but now it's all time for the main ingredient. Get a nice wipe down. Alrighty guys, this is guava paste. Super sticky, but absolutely delicious. In Miami, you'll find this in all of the Cuban pastelitos, the nice pastries with cream cheese, nice flaky crust. But I think it makes a perfect addition to a tropical barbecue sauce. So you want to make sure you get all that plastic off of it. And like I said, it is extremely sticky. So we're going to just give this a nice little chop, just to break it up into smaller pieces. Which is going to make the job of our blender a lot easier in the end. And once we get this guava in, we're basically just waiting now to let this soften up, let it cook down, let that mango get nice and tender. And we're gonna cook this off on about low heat, covered, for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna check before I put the lid on to see the consistency. I might add a little bit of water. This guava paste is super thick, so you want enough liquid in there so that when you blend it up, it's a nice sauce consistency. So all these nice little cubes of guava are going in. Alright. Yeah, see how thick that is right now? We're gonna add just a touch of water. About a cup and a half. Some water. And I'm gonna let this cook. Let the guava break down a little bit. Let the mango soften. And we'll get our chicken cooking and come back to this to blend it later. While our barbecue sauce is on the stove simmering, what are we actually gonna put it on? We got these amazing chicken skewers that I've gone ahead and done ahead. I have about 6 chicken thighs that I cubed up and skewered on some metal skewers. You can definitely use bamboo. What I would recommend is you soak those bamboo skewers first. I also salt, peppered, and olive oiled them, as well as threw in a fresh squeezed orange. The orange is going to help break down some of those connective tissues with the acid of the orange and give it a little bit of flavor while we throw it on the grill. Here, I've got a nice little tabletop cute mini barbecue with some hardwood charcoal. What I've done is I've set it up for direct and indirect heating. I've got half the grill with the charcoal, so that we can give the chicken skewers a nice sear. And I'm gonna show you right now. You wanna hear that beautiful sizzle. I'm gonna throw a few down at a time. I've got some nice tongs off to the side for safety, because you definitely don't want to pick these skewers up now that they're on the grill. We're gonna cook these chicken skewers, get some nice grill marks, let them sear on both sides, and then move them over to the side with no charcoal, the indirect side, so that they can cook all the way through. Our barbecue sauce has a ton of sugar in it. That guava is super sweet, and if we throw it on too early, it's gonna burn completely. So what we wanna do is cook our chicken all the way through, and then we'll glaze it towards the end. So let's get all these skewers cooked up, and we'll come back once we have the guava ready and the chicken is cooked. Alright, let's see how these chicken skewers are doing. Absolutely beautiful. They still got a little bit more time to go, but see all that beautiful color. Oh, look at that. Nice golden brown color. We still got another 5 to 10 minutes, but while these were cooking, I went back inside, blended our beautiful tropical barbecue sauce with guava. Looking really, really delicious. And I set a pot of rice to cook. Now you can serve these beautiful chicken skewers in lettuce wraps by themselves and have them as an appetizer. You can pull them off the skewer, throw them over some rice and beans. Today we're doing a little cilantro lime rice. Or you can throw them in a quesadilla or burrito. But the options are endless with these delicious skewers. And what's great about this barbecue sauce is you can also use it on a pork chop, on some ribs. It's extremely versatile. I like it on chicken because the chicken provides a nice blank canvas just to showcase that delicious guava barbecue sauce. Let's finish cooking these up. And I'll show you the glazing and then the plating later on. Alrighty, our chicken is looking like it is done. Now, what you can do to be safe is grab a meat thermometer, insert it into the thickest piece of the meat, make sure that it's reading 165, 160, because we can always pull this off and it carry over cooking to that appropriate temperature of 165, which ensures that it is cooked all the way through. But I can come in and kind of feel that the chicken is nice and firm. It's opaque in the middle, and the juices are running clear, and that is how I know it is done. So, it's time to glaze it. The moment we've been waiting for. We're going to grab our delicious guava barbecue sauce. Super silky, super smooth. And I got this nice little silicone pastry brush, which will kind of withstand the heat of the grill. We're gonna baste all of our chicken and let the guava barbecue glaze caramelize a little bit. We gotta be super careful because it can go from glazed and caramelized to burnt and bitter extremely quickly. So I'm just going one side right now. And as the heat kisses that guava barbecue glaze, the aroma is absolutely amazing. can also take some of this sauce and put it off to the side as a dipping sauce, just to even further add to the experience. Be generous with the barbecue sauce, guys. It's delicious. All the little nooks and crannies. And then let the heat do its thing. Give it that flip. Ooh, yeah. If one side's getting too hot, especially with a grill like this, you can just take the grates and give it a spin-a-rooney. Take a look at that char. That's what we want. We want a little bit of that now. Not too much. Too much will get too bitter, but a little bit of that char is just gonna add to the texture. It's basically that sauce caramelizing. So we're gonna give all these a quick flip and then baste the other side and then pull these off. Because again, we don't want this sauce lost one there. We don't want this sauce to burn. So let's give it a quick little baste. Another spin-a-rooney. Losing them. All right, let's pull them off. They're looking great. Just put them down on a tray. We can definitely throw these in the oven at 200 degrees just to stay nice and warm until we're ready to plate. But I've got all of my other ingredients to finish this plate off, so we can do that right away. I'm gonna grab all the little tidbits that are still on the grill. Nice little supercharged little bits. Looking fantastic, guys. All right. Add a little cilantro on the top, which is completely optional. And so what we're going to do now is get our plate ready. Alrighty, to plate up, we're gonna grab our beautiful white rice. And here in this bowl, I got some chopped cilantro, as well as one lime that I've zested and squeezed the juice out of. And I'm just gonna pour all of this into our rice pot. And we're just gonna fold our rice. Let all that cilantro and lime juice incorporate into the rice. Oh, that smell, that cilantro is perfuming. Again, guys, if you're not a cilantro fan, you can definitely use something like parsley. You can leave the cilantro completely out. Maybe just squeeze the lime in there. You can throw the skewers in a quesadilla, in a burrito, in a lettuce wrap. The options are endless. It's extremely versatile. Alrighty, let's plate up. Cilantro lime rice is looking absolutely marvelous. Right. We got our serving platter. Start with some rice. Start take a few of these beautiful skewers. Alrighty guys, there we go. Look at that beauty. Alrighty guys, here is the spoiler alert you've all been waiting for, and thank you for sticking around. Thanks to all of you who supported us when we had our restaurant. It's a Cubano B these last 8 years, and for the secret, for the guava glazed chicken, I know some of you have been dying for it. That beautiful guava paste, a little bit of water, and just a habanero, and that's all it was. Super simple, super easy. We just blended it up in a blender and tossed it with our diced chicken, and that's what everybody went absolutely bonkers for. I hope you guys gave this recipe a try, because it is a little bit more involved, has definitely even more flavor than what you guys remember, and you'll absolutely love it. Thanks again for watching The Big Rob Show. Please share this with all your friends so we can help this channel grow. See you on the next one.